Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and people have been asking me to do this, the entirety of Black Ops 3, and just for whatever reason I haven't done it. I did in previous years, so I decided to do it again here at DLC 3 Descent. We are going to be doing map walkthroughs of the brand new DLC maps. Of course, Descent came out today, July 12th on the PlayStation 4, thus why I am here, and thus why I am not even a high level whatsoever. I can't even see my level here in private matches. I think like level 44, 45, something like that. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are on Empire. This map is absolutely gorgeous. This, of course, is the highly anticipated remake of Raid from Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and what I'm going to be doing here in this video is giving you guys a walkthrough of the map here in a private match. We're going to take our time. We're going to stop and smell the roses. Literally, there are roses and flowers all throughout this map. It is absolutely gorgeous, and here we are on the A flag. So obviously, if we go down here, it's going to take us to this fighting pit. This is where the basketball hoop was. If you remember back towards Raid, there, of course, is the building, and to my understanding, now this is all going to be live first impressions of the map, is going to be a 1-for-1 scale of Raid. It's going to be exactly the same to my understanding. Now, of course, there could be some differences. Of course, they do try to make it so it works better with core movement. For example, I think you can wall run on this wall here. Okay, you can definitely do that, then jump into the pool here, which, of course, the water graphics are fantastic in this game as compared to Black Ops 2. Absolutely gorgeous. But just for the sake of completeness, let's go back and go up here. And we're going to start back where we were, which is going to be right here. So we're going to go inside here to the kitchen. I figure we will break the map down into thirds. We'll go down the middle first, and we'll try one of the sides, and we'll do the other side after that. This was the kitchen. Obviously, it's not so much of a kitchen anymore. I think people are still going to call it the kitchen, those of us that played Black Ops 2 enough to remember the callouts of the game. But obviously, pretty cool-looking room as a whole. Lots of whites, lots of reds. Very, very cool looking. Then here is what was the money room. It is now less so, I guess. It's more of a scroll room than anything, but still pretty cool. You got the window still here, but there's no glass here by default. Was there even glass in Black Ops 2? I can't quite remember that little bit of detail, but there's no glass going to be there. Let's head here to the middle courtyard. Now, this tree, I wonder if this tree is going to be as big of a bugger as it was in Black Ops 2. If you guys remember, that tree in Black Ops 2 would not only catch your grenades, like you throw a grenade up there, and that's not even really a grenade, it's I thought I had a grenade equipped, but it would sometimes catch your grenades, but it would also stop things like lodestars from coming down and killing people here in the center courtyard, which was pretty annoying. But you still have your walls here. You still have these rocks that were, well, these are pillars that replace the rocks that were here. And of course, with core movement, it's going to be a little bit easier to actually move around and navigate and do stuff within here. You're actually going to be able to jump around and stuff like that. And as well as I would assume, if you can get up high enough, oh, maybe you can't wall run there. Perhaps I just messed up. Let's try it again. And, oh, I can't seem to wall run. It's not like auto-locking me onto there, so maybe we can't. I'm not even entirely sure. But yeah, this is going to be a center courtyard area. Basically the same as Raid, which I'm liking this so far. It seems to be an exact remake of Raid, but with little things that are different, but those little things don't matter. For example, this entire second story area up here, you can't even get up to that, and it's a bit different, right? That's not what we had in Raid. Raid, it basically stopped here at the where these railings are. That's basically where the roof was. Like, you couldn't go over that. So it's kind of cool that they added a little bit of verticality to the map without actually changing it whatsoever. So we're going to continue on down the middle here. And this, of course, was this area. I wonder if you can still shoot through this wall the same way you could in Black Ops 2, because obviously there's lots of wall bangs going on here with sniper rifles and stuff like that, or people with just light machine guns spraying down through this wall and killing people that were coming up from the C flag. But over here is going to be a C flag. Of course, this was the garage, and now it is a pool. I like this. Okay, so it's a short pool. It's a very small pool. Kiddie pool? I don't even know what purpose this thing would serve, but it's a very nice looking area. It's not a garage no longer. Ooh. Now, I assume this is a death barrier, yeah? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're gonna fall. Oh, no, oh, there we go. I ended up getting back in. So don't jump out of there. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So look at the scenery here. It's amazing how much difference there is in like the settings of these maps. Like, you look at the graphical power, I suppose. Even though I realize the majority of this is just an image. Like the entire background there, where it's kind of fuzzy, that's more or less just an image. But this area up here, where you got the vineyard, basically, that is of course actually real. So it's amazing how good they can make the game look as compared to what it looked like in Black Ops 2. And I'm not saying Black Ops 2 looked bad. I'm just saying this looks much, much better. But this, of course, is the garage, and that is basically going to be the entire center. They still have these little areas right here. I remember hiding in here to call in lightning strikes and hellstorms and stuff like that. You saw this area right here. Same exact thing. And, of course, this is going to be the back way that you can take into what was the garage. That, of course, is still here. Can you go over this, perhaps? No, you can't even land on top of there. Just kind of says no. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we're going to go along this way then. Basically backtrack ourselves here. Now let's go upstairs, and this is going to be the upstairs area that people would go to. Obviously, you had like an overlook down here. And there was glass here by default. It appears to have no glass, and there's some sort of weird music. Do you guys hear this? Let me just turn up the audio for you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. We got more books, we got more scrolls, and we got a map of some kind. That's kind of cool. Okay. And we got a little bit of armor as well. Interesting, interesting. Now, they said that this area is recreated by a fanatical billionaire, or basically a crazy billionaire, something along those lines. So I think it's pretty cool, but it's also odd. Oh, I don't remember if this was in Black Ops 2. I think it probably was, but you have a little bit of a back way here, so you're not kind of pigeonholed into coming through this one particular area if you want to go over there. So now you got multiple ways. You know, you can just simply jump up, go through the window, or alternatively, you could go through there, or alternatively, again, you can go through here. Or you can try and use core move. Oh man, they're probably gonna let you wall run on here too easily, huh? I bet you if you try to go down really low, yeah, if you go down really low, it's gonna say warning. So, but there's potential there for some nice wall run spots. That's pretty awesome if you ask me. And this is going to be the pool area. We did see a little bit of this already. This I think was different. Although, is it? Wasn't there? No, there was a hot tub here. I'm not sure if that was there. I'm not entirely sure on that. It's been a while since I actually played on Raid. Okay, I like the little things here. All right, you got your dog lion thing, right? Then you got your fish, yeah. Then you got your bird. Then, oh, I'm drowning here. Then you got your dog thing again, yeah. Then you got your, I don't know. I just think that's kind of a nice little touch. So you got that here. You can obviously jump into this building here, which was the, I don't even know what you would call this thing during Raid. Basically the same spot. You also have the hot tub in the same spot as Raid as well. Kind of just serves as a little bit of cover that may actually help you out depending on what objective is in that area. Obviously you have this area here. We have to climb up and go back into the money room window. And I already showed you earlier that you can still climb over that. Then here is going to be a new fighting pit, basically. And, yeah. This is like what was the basketball hoop is no longer that. It is more of a fighting pit thing. Not entirely sure. I assume there's gonna be plenty of Easter eggs on this map. I'm not even really looking for them. Like you got the shield right there, which reminds me a bit of Horizon Draha, but it's not the same. Am I right? Because Horizon Draha had the dragon on it. This has an eagle, so I think it's a little bit different, but it looks kind of the same. But I imagine there's gonna be plenty of Easter eggs throughout the entirety of this map. I'm just not looking for them so hard right now. I'm just kind of walking through the map with you guys, and this, of course, is going to be that building that you can get into. And this is a little bit of cover, which is actually very good cover. If somebody's up there, I remember seeing at this spot so many times in Black Ops 2. You have that little head poke right there. It just works out very, very well for you. So now we're done with the middle, and we're done with that side. It's time to go to the final side of the map, and we're going to start by going here. This, of course, is a big spawn point for the map. Lots of spawn trapping would happen in this, or would happen rather in this particular area. I like what they did with the thing, man. I like it. They got this here. Then you got the nice grass. Very, very good looking. Then, of course, this area, this infamous head glitch, right? How many times do people sit here and head glitch right here? It appears, now, again, I can't quite remember the exact measurements and details of Raid, but it feels like the head glitch here is a little bit shorter than it used to be. I feel like more of me is exposed, because I'm sure you guys remember from playing Raid, you know, you had people spawning up on the A flag. They'd either be spawning back there or maybe down the stairs, and then so you'd kind of like take up, set up shop over here, and then just kind of, you know, pick people off as they came at you. I feel as though you're a bit more exposed. I could be wrong, but it feels that way. And of course, you still have this little head poke right here that you can try to use as well. Now, of course, this building would overlook what is the B flag, and what's interesting is, never mind. I was about to say this is, they end up changing this, but it's actually factual. So, I'd have to check it in, like, Team Deathmatch or Free-For-All, but if this is not Domination, there's typically a car right here where the B flag is, but in the case of Domination, they remove the car because having a car bomb on the B flag is obviously not going to be a very good thing. It's kind of crappy for most people involved. Well, at least people on the receiving end. People shooting the car are going to be pretty happy. But let's go here inside this room. I like this. This is kind of the, it feels like a shed in a way, although I'm not sure it's exactly what it's supposed to feel like. But I like this little area right here. It's not as bright. It's a little bit dingier than the rest of the map. It gives you a bit of a contrast. Maybe it's a Smith area. I'm not even entirely sure, but it's definitely a nice bit of a contrast as compared to the rest of the map, which is like very bright and white and colorful. Here it's a bit dingier, a bit older. I kind of like that contrast. And of course, you have this window where you could look over the B flag. There's assumably, yes, going to still be this back area right here, which is just basically an alternate way that you can take to be able to go across there. Then you got the car still here. You still got the rocks in the same place. You got the pillars that you can use. You still got this little bit of a back area. I remember putting sentry guns up right here. Very good spot for sentry guns. And as a whole, that's almost the entirety of Raid. It seems to be a pretty close remake. I'm sure there's some minor changes, but they did not change the map around a lot to make it feel like it should work within core movement, right? There's no giant wall running spots to my understanding, right? There's no big changes or twists and turns. I mean, for example, okay, you can't actually wall run on that. Can you not wall? You can't seem to wall run on that for some reason. That's a bit odd. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't think I am. I don't know. I can't seem to quite get onto it. You need to have momentum going into it. And I can't seem to quite get that momentum, but whatever. We're not going to mess with it. Maybe you can get up there. Maybe you can't. I don't think you can personally. You saw this area up here. You can get up on top too. Yes, I remember all of this exactly. This is exactly how it was. And this, of course, is going to be the next to final building. Very nice looking. We saw a bit of this in the trailer for this map. Very, very nice looking. I like this a lot. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so let's go up here. This is the window. You can look out that way, or you can look out this way. Basically, you know, Treyarch maps, I love having this. I love having basically two opposing buildings overlooking the B flag. That is a staple in a lot of Treyarch maps, just as much as the 3-lane style setup that they typically have. This is also a staple in that setup. So, yeah, this window looking over to that window, and it's kind of like a war of the windows. And, of course, you have that overlooking the B flag. And now let's go down to the alternate entrance to the garage. And that's going to be about the end of the walkthrough of this map. So here we are on top of this really cool-looking car. Very cool-looking, I'm not going to lie. They showed that car off a lot, of course, during the trailers. Now we're back here in the garage, and this is the final room right here. It's just basically a side entrance to the garage, basically making it so, because people will spawn here. If they have the C flag, if people aren't like directly looking at the spawn points or anything like that, people would spawn in here. And one of the ways they could run out, they could go the side way, then go the front way, or then go out this side here. And yeah, so this is basically it. We got a couple of shoes here. Yeah, you got your shoes. Wait, are those mandals? Nope, just shoes. Okay, but they got little holes in there for the feetsies. All right. Let them breathe a little bit, right? Then you got some fire for some reason. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm just not entirely sure what that reason is. And yeah, that's the final room. Now, I think I've covered just about everything that there is to cover in regards to this room. You can jump up really high if you want to do that. Can you jump over this wall? That's a big question. All right, you cannot. All right, you still have to funnel through here in one way or another. So you could potentially, instead of just running through, you could potentially run out, jump up, and get your wall run on, but you're not allowed up there. There's going to be a bit of a barrier. So I don't think spawn trapping will be as prevalent, but again, I haven't actually played the maps yet. This is all just my first impressions. This is all just my first walkthrough of the map. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be Empire, the highly anticipated remake of Raid from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now here in Black Ops 3, I'm very much looking forward to playing on this map. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like the exact remake, so I'm thinking, domination on this map is going to be a lot of fun, but of course it's going to be different because we're going to be within the context of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is new movements, specialists, different weapons. It's not going to be exactly the same as Black Ops 2, right? Because we're playing it in an entirely different game. Something to bear in mind. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.